Okay, so this is a mental health condition. I'm going to be honest with you. Some of you guys already have mental health issues, and I know that because I see some of the way you tweet, and it's disturbing. And so I know some of you are kind of nuts. But this is another kind of mental illness, all right? And I mean this. This is a real thing. It's called stock fatigue syndrome. And I talked about this before. It's part of the game. There's a mental exhaustion that's caused by hypervigilance, stock watching, right? It's an emotional roller coaster. It's up and down, and your mood is not stable. Your hormones are not stable. One minute you might be feeling ecstasy, complete joy, and you're overwhelmed with emotions and positive energy. And then they could short the shit out of us and you're down in the shitter. You're in the toilet. You're so low and you're not feeling right. And you're just like feeling this rundownness, this tiredness where it's like you're walking through the desert, there's no water, and you think it's almost over because you see a finish line, but it's just more desert. And you're saying to yourself, I just want to get it over with. I just want to get it over with. It's part and parcel of their game plan, right? It's part of their master thesis about this play, which is to wear you out, right? One of the biggest threats, in my opinion, the Apes are going to be so tired that they sell early just to get it over with. It's like going through a divorce. I tell people, every one of you fuckers should, excuse me, every one of you people should be concerned about this because it's very real and you should be preparing for it. Anticipatory anxiety as well. You know, anytime you have these stock syndromes, these feelings, these obsessive compulsive disorders that kick in where you're absolutely manic, you're crazy, you have to be, be mindful of yourself because this is real, right? It's all real. It's part of our fight or flight response system through our hypothalamus. Um, you people trade and invest for different things. It's for money, it's for gain, prosperity, escape from whatever, reality, to increase your company's profits, pensions, whatever. And there's a psychological impact when you lose money. It's very real. It's like losing kids. It's that you could cry at times. You hold it very dearly. Money and wealth is held very dearly, and on the same level, oftentimes as family members of blood. So when you lose an extravagant amount of money at one time, it affects you, and it's like a little burn mark in your brain, in your heart, and that messes with you later on. It absolutely does. Don't think it doesn't. And of course, the anxiety, and I'll cover it quickly. This, if you have that kind of a brain that's obsessive, right, and you have different cognitive distortions of thinking or patterns like OCD, and you're on that spectrum, you're going to start to manifest those things during the squeeze. We're talking about trying to predict the future, how this thing might play out. You're going to talk about mind reading, guessing what other apes are thinking, other retailers are thinking, what other institutions or the hedge funds and the market makers. And you're going to try to like evaluate everybody, and you're going to drive yourself crazy. You'll have these what if questions that come up in your mind. You're ruminating on these dark thoughts, sometimes your awkward thoughts, and you just don't know how to make sense of it all. Or you're catastrophizing. It's when you are exaggerating the situation, and the worst thing that's going to happen is this, and you're convinced of it, and you can't be told otherwise. So you make a poor trading decision based off of that just crazy thought, or you're hyper exaggerating, or you're magnifying. These are the things that are you have to worry about psychologically, not just on top of the FUD, now on top of price rise anxiety. All right. I want you to be mindful of yourself, be observant of the way you're feeling during the squeeze. And if you're not in control, walk away from the terminal, walk away from your phone, get composed, and just get your stuff together. And another thing, and I want you to take away this from this whole thing. There's going to be a time where your portfolio hits millions, and you're going to feel this overwhelming compulsion to say, I'm happy, I'm done, I can leave now. No, you cannot. No, you cannot. That is not, well, they're going to scalp us. You're not going to get all that value. There's other investors that are expecting you to hold to get real numbers, to get high numbers. And you should do it for yourself, man. We've been waiting for 11 months, a year almost. Why would you ever sell short? Some people are so defeatist that they'll sell for at pennies to the dollar just to get it over with, just to have a little bit of money in their pockets. Absolutely the worst. All right. So keep these things in mind, guys. Be mentally prepared for the squeeze. See ya.